Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to today's session of On Air with Boss. Our guest for today is Fatma Rehan. Fatma is the head of operations and strategy at Badme, a fintech company redefining access to credit in Pakistan through buy now pay later solutions. As part of the founding team, she has played a central role in shaping the company's growth, leading across strategy, operations, product development, customer experience, and brand communications to ensure Badme delivers inclusive, customer centric financial solutions. Previously, Fatma worked with organizations such as Venture Drive, UCAN LLC, and Mation, gaining experience in marketing, communications, and market research. She also founded Project 4Ps, a career counseling initiative designed to empower young women to navigate their careers with a 21st century learner's mindset. A proud alumna of Beacon House Margala campus, class of 2016, Fatma went on to earn a scholarship to Truman State University in the US, graduating in 2020 with majors in management and marketing and a minor in economics. Today, she continues to drive impact at the intersection of technology and inclusion, building scalable solutions for Pakistan's evolving fintech landscape. Fatma, can you walk us through your journey at Beacon House?
I've been with Beacon House for about 10 years, you could say. I spent my first 2 years at BSS Sukara, a smaller campus, more connected and then, more associated with everyone on campus and a very, wholesome journey, especially as the beginning. So, fourth and fifth grade I've spent there, and then I moved to BMI, which was a completely different journey. Moving to a bigger campus, the faculty, the administration, the structure, the expectations, and everything. But I think that transition was a very vital part of my life.
Fatma, can you tell us about your fondest memory from this campus?
I think all my fondest memories would be associated to my classmates. So, in O levels, I was part of the science section and
Okay.
opted for, I think at that time we had old literature. I don't even think we have it anymore in O levels in the same way. But we were a smaller section, the smallest of one, with the very few people who went on for Urdu literature. So, we had a very close bonding. Those 3 years, 2 years of which we spent together, and the third one we ended up this section being broken down, and it was a different change for us, not one we were really open to. But I think all my memories with those friends, with classmates, with the bonds that I built there, they were the most amazing part of my journey there.
Any one particular memory that you would like to narrate?
Okay, so I think one of the most iconic figures, I would call her, was Ma'am Fatma Shaukat, our Urdu teacher. Our memories with her start from before we were her students. She was a part of the disciplinary committee, and so whenever we'd have like a free period or so, with kids, chaos happens and everything. So I think our memories with her start from there. But my, I think most crucial part of my journey at Beacon House, BMI, and my experience with her was being acknowledged for the potential I had and possibly had not explored. I think that had a very positive impact on me.
So, Fatma, if you could classify your school experience in 3 words or phrases, what would you choose and why?
I think the first phase as a student, for me, was appreciating the opportunities I had. And that in itself is a huge part of my school experience. The second would be building upon confidence. I think the communication, which is essential in any career, in any pathway that we take, majorly rests upon the confidence that we have in ourselves. And the third, I think it would be the ability to connect with people that was instilled in my journey in BMI. I think that was truly positive for me.
So, Fatma, can you tell us about one non academic learning outcome that you would associate with Beacon House?
I think I don't think I'd say it's academic or non-academic, um, but one of the values that I was taught was the ability to build a harmonious relationship with those around you. I think that it has its own place academically also, it because you are with these people throughout your day also. Other than that, professionally, it's very valuable.
Are you in touch with any of your teachers?
So I have some very amazing teachers. I think two of the most important figures in my school life, actually three, I'd say. Three of the most important figures in my school life have been Ma'am Alia Tabassum, Ma'am Farandeen. These are those that were with me through my first stages of journey at Beacon House.
Fatma, what does mentorship mean to you?
To me, mentorship is recognition of one's true skill set. Because honestly, with how competitive the world is, whether it be educational or professional, we push our students to bring those A's, those A stars. We push them towards excelling in everything, and jack of all trades, master of none. That is what happens at the end. We don't understand what our true direction is. So for me, the first pillar of mentorship is to find that true potential that one has and the one that they should be pursuing.
Fatma, do you remember any friends from school time?
I have some amazing friends and I am still very much connected with them. I think they are the most integral part of my life. At this point, they aren't even friends, they're family. So there is my classmates, some of them are still in Pakistan, some of them have moved abroad. My closest friends, Yumna, Zaifa, Noor, Iman, all of them, some of them are still here, and some of them I really get to see. But it's always wonderful to see, the heights that they've reached to in life. And I think those bonds for me in life are irreplaceable.
Fatma, what kind of student were you?
I was a nerd. That sums it up very, very holistically. I was a nerd. I was what we used to say. I was a regular member of the APD, annual prize distribution.
So, what's one subject that you hated throughout but ended up loving anyways?
Okay, so this would probably be something like, I don't know, physics. I didn't exactly hate it. I won't say I hated it. It was challenging because it's a part of science where you are introduced to a lot of new ideas that are not touched upon before. I think a lot of people say chemistry. I'm like, no, that's still better. But physics was definitely one.
Very good. So now I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Hopefully, we're going to try and make them fun. So you can just give us one word answers or one line answers, whatever comes to your
Sure,
mind. Naughty or nice?
Nice. Always rewarding.
Okay. What was your favorite subject?
Urdu.
Okay. Favorite canteen snack?
I think Top Pops and Chili Milli. That combination.
Okay, wow, that's nice. So, if the library in your campus had a secret floor, what would you find on the floor and why?
I think I would find books on world history.
So, if your campus life was a song, what would the song be?
Ye Pal by Call, I believe. Yeah, I think it would be that.
Okay. So, if your campus was a movie, what title would it be?
Okay, this might sound a bit cliche, but I think Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.
So, who would make the best TV reality show host from your campus?
You're lucky that I have the perfect answer for that. So, Sir Talat, if you're familiar, was Talat Hussain.
So, Fatma, if you could travel back in time, is there something that you would do differently?
I don't think so. Because if you talk about doing anything differently, basically what you're saying is that you want to change something you did in the past because you acknowledge it as a weakness or a concern or a problem or not the right move to make.
Fatma, how has Beacon House impacted your professional journey?
So, as I said, Beacon House allowed me to explore the potential I did not think I was capable of, reaching to. So, in that sense, it had a very positive influence.
What's one myth about your profession that you would like to debunk?
It's the extreme perspective of it being either too easy or too hard. I think that's something often held out about it. Professionally, I work in the operational area of my company, so I am technically the head of operations and strategy. So I think there are myths about it being too simplistic or so, or it being too overwhelming. Simplistic in the sense that it sounds too repetitive or so. Overwhelming in the sense that it's a startup. So obviously there's multiple hats, so much to do and everything.
Do you have a message for your former self?
Um, I don't think a message would suffice, but if it were to be anything, it would be to value that time even more. I think if I paused more often in life back then, there would be so much more for me to ponder upon.
Fatma, can you give us a message for the current students of Beacon House?
I think, given that the times we are in, we are heavily steering towards tech. I mean, I work for a fintech myself, so can't even debate about. I mean, it's a positive. It's a positive, but we're heavily steering towards tech and AI and all of that, and obviously there is a charm to it, an attractiveness, and it seems as if this is the future. But frankly, if I were to say anything to the students, it would be that you are the one who will define your future. No pathway will. Otherwise, it will just be you picking up something that you may not be interested in, you may not be open to. Even when I was applying to universities and picking a pathway, everyone was like, "Why don't you go for STEM?" I did not go for STEM. I still work in fintech, so I am part of the same ecosystem. But I chose what I think I was good at.
Thank you so much, Fatma, for taking out time from your busy schedule and joining us on today's session of On Air with Boss. The session was truly insightful, and I hope and pray that everyone who's watching the session, they heed your pearls of wisdom and they understand the strength of core values. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much. It was lovely to be with you today.
Beacon House Old Student Society, POS, building a community together.